I don't have much time. I need to test the car, I need to be behind the wheel, but finding a spot to do that has not been easy. Fortunately though, we've just found a pretty okay spot. Oh, and did I mention that I have a teammate? I think it's time to introduce him and his insane rally car. Welcome to R3. And this is all part of a series where I have less than 1 year to go from lifelong rally fan to competitive rally racer in a real-life championship. We're using sim racing and an old low-budget rally car to get there. How far can we take this? Hit that subscribe button if you like, and let's find out. Okay, it is early, and we are at a lake that we hope is frozen enough. Let me show you. We're in supposedly, you know, the frozen north. Those cracks go pretty deep. That's good. This should be all covered in snow, but it's not. It's also been really warm this week. So that car is not registered. So in order to make this legal, that car can't touch the ground. If there's a police officer right there, which there definitely will be later, he's gonna ticket me. So it has to stay on the lake. Let's put this boat in the water. So today's goal is to get used to how the car handles in very low grip environments, and when my teammate shows up, I've got a couple surprises for him. Oh, hello. I think it's probably just water from the car wash. You say so, Ryan. So you might have seen in our last video that we have started a Patreon. And this is a place where you can support the series and get some cool perks along the way, like this very fresh footage from my first official test runs that won't see the light of day publicly on YouTube for a few weeks still. There's one very special level that you can sign up to on Patreon, and it's called the Community Quarter level. You get your name on this back corner of the car right here. And so far we've got 2 awesome people who have signed up for that. There's Liam H and George S. We're gonna make it a little bit more official with the wrap or stickers, but for now, I've got to get them on the car, so let's do it. Ah, that was so close. George S. got it. But no matter what, I appreciate you all for watching and liking, subscribing. That all helps so much. Let's get in this car, shall we? I've been in this car since the rallycross race. It might seem silly to wear racing gloves when you're just booting around a lake, but it's for the sake of the steering wheel, so we don't mat up the steering wheel. Okay, here we go. Let's test some ice. We're just gonna take it slow, real slow, but now we're gonna start getting into some darker ice. And that's where it gets scary for me. Oh man, the ice is so dark. I hate it. Oh my gosh, it just looks like water out the side window. Just want to see if it's cracking. I don't hear anything. Just gonna make our way into this little drift circle. Gotta be careful not to kill Stan. Oh yeah, the back end just wants to go. Okay. I think the ice is gonna be okay. It's picking up just a little bit. Oh yeah! Woo! This isn't even difficult! Yes. Good car. Good car. Just drop it in a second. Back end wants to relentlessly step out, and once it's out, there's nothing I can do about it. If I lift off, I mean, I guess I could hit more gas, but yeah, that's kind of the only way. If I lift off, it goes full oversteer, and if I touch the brakes, it oversteers, which makes sense. Ice seems okay. Woo! Whoopsies!
And he stole it.
Stanley just totally ate it right onto his camera backpack, so we're all being a little extra cautious because it is brutal out here. Temperature gauge still looks okay. Oh, Stanley's waving at me. Uh-oh.
That's all good footage.
All right. Oh, man. All right, we spent a bunch of time booting around in the car off camera, and I'm starting to feel a lot more comfortable with it. So after doing a couple of obligatory Subaru dance moves, it's time to head over to a different part of the lake because my teammate's about to arrive.
Yeah, buddy.
There he is. Don't hit my car. Well, today's gonna be a day. Johnny's here with his car. This is Johnny Summers. Johnny does a lot of things. He's a professional musician and founder of the Calgary Jazz Orchestra. He's the vice president of Rally West and is a huge part of putting on rally and rallycross events in Western Canada. And he's also the lead driver for Vex Performance's rally team. You've been their one and only #1 driver for a long time now.
Yeah, we did it back in the day and did it for a while and then had to take a little break. So I'm back to the sport for 2 seasons and it's never going away again.
So,
fantastic.
What is this car?
This is the base of it is a 2004 WRX STI Impreza. Not much of it's left from that other than the doors.
Right.
And the hood, sort of.
Sort of, kind of, with some more holes in it.
With extra holes.
What's under the hood? Let's take a look. There's some big pipes. Wow, oh, look at that. That's what you want to see. That right there. Yeah. What am I looking at right now?
This is an internal combustion engine, and it works by fuel. This is an EJ, just an EJ block. They build engines at Vex, so they were going to build a Cosworth bottom end, but because of time, this was an IAG Performance 2.5 that I had in the shop for a different project that I was working on, and this was the one that was ready. So instead we just put this in the car, and the team at Vex custom ported the heads, cams, stuff that we can do in our class.
There's a thing in the rally community that I've learned, and that's they don't generally like to share power numbers. I have heard what this engine makes for power with a restrictor. So this engine is drinking through a straw, and the power numbers that it's making is ridiculous. And so I can't even imagine if that restrictor wasn't in there.
Yeah, if the restrictor wasn't in there, it would be a monster of a track car.
Yeah. So Johnny seems to know what he's doing behind the wheel, and I'm pumped to learn as much as I possibly can from him. And that starts today with 2 mini races that Johnny didn't know he was going to be participating in. But first, a quick warm-up.
Oh. See that little guy? Well, not little guy. That clocked me in the knee. Johnny.
All right, so we're just gonna do some loops around. Get a feel for things. Woo! Around I go. Yeehaw! Careful now. Careful now, Johnny. Hold on. Yeah, I was ready to bolt there. Okay, time to set up the first course. And we're starting with a super slippy, super tech little slalom course where we have to chuck our 3,000-pound cars around with essentially zero traction. We'll each get 2 runs, and whoever gets the fastest time wins. If one of us hits an orange cone, that adds 2 seconds per cone. And if we hit one of the yellow finish cones, it's an immediate DNF.
Go. Oh, he's in a cone! That's 2 seconds! Yes! Let's go! He does it perfectly on his last one. Nice, that's good. Yeah, nice. Woo! Better. It looked like he has more traction off the top, but no excuses. Hey! All right, we're on the same second. Clean win for you.
Yes, I lost, but also, I'm super happy with how close our times were. But now it's time for a proper course where we can open up the cars a little bit more. Before we tried to go and find that, we had to go pick up the cones, and because we're all children, we figured this was probably the best way to do that.
Doing totally normal things on a Friday. One of Johnny's friends sent us a pin for a different part of the lake where there's more of like a technical track. I just hope we can get up to speed.
And I also just hope that I can use some over-the-top, overly dramatic music somewhere in this video. We found the location and could just barely make out where the track had been by the stud marks on the ice. And we all realized pretty quickly that this spot will do just fine.
Okay, to finish off this day, we are gonna do a higher speed timed run, and I've gone and put some cones in the most annoying spots where both me and Johnny went way off course by getting a bit too spicy with it. So let's see what we can see. And Johnny is gonna go first.
Whoa. I don't know how well this will show up on camera, but can you see how 3D that is?
Yeah, thumbnail.
What do you keep in your boxes?
Bunch of junk.
Sick.
Whoa, this shot right there.
Walkie stuff.
Sorry, got distracted. Race time.
So this cone, that's no problem. That's a no-brainer. I just didn't want anybody to be able to inside. Is these next 2 cones coming up right over here. Follow him on this one. If he makes it through, I'll be impressed. So good.
Really slim
Yeah, and this next section is ridiculously slippery. Like you would think on a frozen lake that it'd be like the same amount of slippery everywhere, but no, this next corner, there's even less traction somehow.
Over the line.
Did he go through them?
He did.
He actually didn't hit it.
He didn't hit it.
Crazy. How did that even happen?
Thread the needle.
122.97.
Yep, I definitely lost both races, and that's perfectly fine because you know what? I wasn't that far behind, and I'm a competitive person, and I just really wanted to know if I might be in the mix whatsoever. I wanted to know how far behind I would be when compared to somebody with so much more experience and a faster car. I cannot be happier with how things wound up today because again, I'm just here to learn. And speaking of which, boy, I cannot wait to show you the next video because in between this lake day and me doing this voiceover right now, we got to head out to the first official test day of the year. And what that means is that I finally got a chance to go for proper full speed rally style runs on a rally stage in my friggin' rally car. We are getting so close to race day, it's crazy. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.